Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a look at the Colossus pack, which is by Chris and Riley S. This is a very cool pack. It is designed for unrealistic harvesting. I'm going to demonstrate some of its kind of key features here, as well as kind of show you off what's in the pack. It is for all platforms, which is awesome. And I am on the map 4 Fields by Omatana because I think it's perfect for demonstrating this pack. Let's go ahead and hop in the store first. So this is the pack itself. It's basically designed to be an unrealistic harvester, though it does have some more realistic options. So the harvester itself, this guy right here, as you can see down here, first off, it does potatoes, sugar beets, carrots, parsnips, red beets, peas, spinach, and green beans. So if you go in here, you could leave it as is and use it, and it's going to be great. It holds 45,000 liters. You could also have it set to hold 250,000 liters, 500,000 liters, a million liters, or 2.5 million liters, which is awesome. You can also bump the horsepower all the way up to 3,500 horsepower if you wanted to get a lot of power for it. It'll also go quicker and everything like that if you get the bigger horsepower configurations. Then there's a ton of different customizations, but these aren't really super important for us. You can just customize it however you want. You can change all sorts of the colors to whatever you want to make it not look like that. And then to go with this, you need to make sure, if I hit combinations, this is everything that goes with it. First off, there's a header trailer you can use to haul any of these headers around, but you don't have to do that. Then you need to pick out the correct header. There's sugar beet unrealistic, potato unrealistic, vegetable unrealistic. So you need to pick the one that's going to harvest what you want to harvest. So if you want to harvest sugar beets, you're going to pick the sugar beet header. This one right here is 4 meters at 10 miles an hour, so it's slightly unrealistic. But that's about it. You can just customize it however you want. It goes a little faster than the standard one. This is the big one here. Now, it still does say 4 meters down here, but it does say 90 miles an hour. Let's go in here, because it's not necessarily just that. So not only does this run at 90 miles an hour, you can now change the working width to be 10 meters, 20 meters, or 50 meters. And if you do that, you can add a crop guide, which I'll show you what that means. There's a standard, red, green, blue, yellow, all that sort of stuff. I'll show you what that's going to look like when we get out and actually start using the pieces of equipment. So just be aware of that. Obviously, the same thing for potatoes. You have the standard one that goes 10 miles an hour, a little bit faster than 90 miles an hour. Same configurations to be able to adjust it kind of however you want with the working width and stuff in there. Same thing down here, except these ones do carrots, parsnips, red beets, peas, spinach, and green beans. So just pick one of those if you want. But basically, there's 3 different sets of them here, the realistic and unrealistic. So just choose the one you want. So if you wanted to use this pack, just have a bigger capacity but not be super unrealistic, which I've used it for that before, you can do the kind of less unrealistic pack there, which is great. Then we move down here, we have the main harvester, which is going to do all of these crops, including, there's a couple of bonus ones, well, one bonus one in here. It also does wet rice. So same thing, if I click on this here, I can bump the engine all the way up to, well, what does it go up to? 3,000 horsepower if I want. I can change all the customizations down here if I want, but the main thing is this guy right here is the capacity. It's currently at 25,000 liters. I can do 50,000. I can do 250,000. I can do 500,000, 1 million, and 2.5 million, which is amazing. So you can bump that up. Then we have a couple of different, let's hit combinations here for this. We have a couple different headers for this. We have this one right here, the Lizard Titan header, which is a slightly unrealistic header. It does your standard grain crops at 10 miles an hour now, instead of anything crazy like that, and you have regular customizations in here. Then we also have this guy right here, which is kind of your regular corn and sunflower header, which does corn, sunflowers, 13.8 meters, 10 miles an hour, a little bit unrealistic, but not crazy. These guys right here, this one does all of these crops. Now notice wet rice isn't on there. We'll come back to that. There's also a header trailer I should note for these guys as well. And then this one right here is 50 miles an hour for the, so basically you have the unrealistic headers for those crops as well. So if I go to the unrealistic headers, you can again bump up the working width up to 50 meters, and you can do the crop guides, unrealistic crop guides, which again I'll show you if you'd like to there. Same thing for the corn and sunflowers. Now also down here we have, so we went over that header right there, this header right here. We also have this one right here, which is the wet rice one. It does 45 miles an hour, and you can do all the way up to 50 meters at a time. So you can harvest your wet rice extremely fast, and you can also again put the crop guides. I'm not going to go over all the different customizations in every one because there's a ton of different things. Moving on, we have this guy right here, which is basically your forage harvester, except now it does cotton as well, which is pretty cool. And it also does, I should say, sugarcane as well. So those are 2 ones that a forage harvester doesn't normally do. We can do standard discharge feed or fast, which I'd recommend if you're doing anything unrealistic. They can do up to 3,000 horsepower there, so you can bump that up if you want to. And then if we go to what it works with, you have this guy right here. This is your forage harvester header, which is going to do all those different crops, just chops them up into chaff. This one is the unrealistic one, which now does grass as well. 45 miles an hour. And again, you can, like you can imagine, bump all of these up to 50 meters if you want to and add crop guides to them. Then we have the kind of mower, which is the same thing. It's going to mow down all those different crops. You have the realistic one and you have the unrealistic one, which you can bump the width up. Then we have one for poplar, which is the kind of realistic one. Then we have the unrealistic one, which goes at 69 miles an hour, and you can bump the working width way up on that one. Then you have the unrealistic sugarcane one, which you can bump the working width way up on that one as well. If we move down a little bit further, we now have a couple of mowers. We have a regular mower. And if you're wondering why there's a regular and a unrealistic one, that's how Giants requires packs like this. They require them to have a realistic version in the pack as well. So there's a mower here, 60 miles an hour, which is pretty quick at 3.1 meters. This one right here, 31 miles an hour for a mower, but you can bump this up to 50 meters if you want to and do the crop guides. Then we have balers. So you have this baler right here, which 10 miles an hour. This baler runs at 30 miles an hour, and you can make the working width for the baler 50 meters, which is super cool. Then we move on to the wrappers here. The wrappers, my understanding is this one just wraps super quick, but we're going to test it all out. And then you have a set of trailers down here, which can hold this one is realistic, so 45,000 liters. This one will go up to 5 million. This one will go up to 5 million, and this one will go up to 5 million. That one holds everything. This one also holds everything, and this one just holds some of your forage crops there. So a lot of stuff in the pack, but that's actually tested out. That's the coolest part here. We'll start with the harvester here, kind of fully maxed out. First off, when you're just driving these guys around, I mean, this thing goes fast. When you're just driving these harvesters around, they will accelerate and go fast. It's pretty insane. Now, this one doesn't have any of the crop guides on it, but let's go ahead and harvest this field right here. If I lower it down, this is a 50-meter header, so you can see sometimes when you turn, you miss a little bit, so I'd recommend maybe slowing. Actually, I'm missing quite a bit slowing down here. What I used to do when I used this, I used it a lot on my Mars the Mission series, is the cruise control down there. What I did, you can see I'm lowering it right now, I would set that to like, maybe, let's try 30 miles an hour. 30 miles an hour should work pretty well for this, I would think. And if I set the cruise control on that, I think, yeah, 30 miles an hour is pretty good. And obviously I'm cooking through this, and you can see we have 15, 16, 17,000 liters. I could just keep going. And you could hire workers to do this as well. You can set the cruise control down like I did and then hire a worker, and that's the fastest the worker will go. You just want to avoid any sudden turns because you'll miss parts of your harvest there because the game just can't. The game just can't keep up with that. It's not the modder's fault. It's the game just can't keep up with that. It's not designed for that, so it's just really pushing the limits. But you can see we've already harvested 44,000 liters, even though this field is, again, this is a massive field. This take a while to do this, but this thing can go all the way up to holding 1 million liters in it. So we'll just go ahead and hire a worker and see how they do for a while. Let's move on to our next guy over here. I put the camouflage on this one, but this is a carrot harvester here. So we are just going to, and you can see the crop guides in the blue lines there. So you can kind of see where your header is going to be. And same thing, if you go too fast, you're going to miss stuff. It's actually doing a pretty good job at keeping up with it, I should say it. Yeah, actually, that's pretty impressive. It's keeping up with it pretty good. I'm actually, honestly, a little bit surprised by that. 180, 200,000. You can see how fast our tank is going up down there at the bottom corner. Already got over 250,000 liters. We're going 80 miles an hour, harvesting at 50 meters. This is actually handling this very well. I'm really impressed by that. And if we flip around, it's kind of hard to flip around, but you can. There, a little bit tricky. Your worker will also overshoot like that too, because they'll get cooking as well. But your worker, if you just set it off like this, they will rock and roll at that speed. But you can see why it's nice to have this. It would take you forever to harvest this field. We've already got almost 1 million liters in there right now, just doing a couple rows. Yeah, it's absolutely insane, this pack. If you wanted to just get something done real quick, or, you know, whatever the case may be, this is perfect for you. Over 1 million liters in those 2 rows. I'm slamming on the brakes there. So yeah, that's your carrot harvest. And that is the same with like green beans, spinach, all that different stuff that you want to do. Now the cotton one, pretty cool here. It's going to shoot it into that trailer in the back, which has a 5,000 liter capacity. Let's get this baby cooking here. Let's lower that down. This one has the red crop guides out on the edge. It should be, yep, and it's kicking cotton as a loose product into the back, but you can still put it in like your spinnery. This one you can see it's losing a little bit there, so I might have to slow it down, but yeah, it's cooking along. It's doing its thing, which is pretty cool. You know, some of these you'll learn which ones you have to avoid. Now, let's see actually too, one kind of experiment. If I just go as fast as I can down this row, I might be able to go as fast as I can down this road, which I think is 35 miles an hour for this. And then I think if I just do a second one back up, I think it'll hit all the stuff I missed. So you might be able to just, if you really want to go that fast, you might be able to just do 2 rows at it and then get it done as well. So now if I kind of make a U-turn here, and if I try to go up that same row, okay, it's still going to miss a little bit, it looks like, but still, it's just a ridiculous pack. We've already gotten a lot of cotton so far, which is awesome. But yep, you can see how ridiculous it is. If you want to slow it down and make sure you're hitting everything, this one you might have to go like 20 miles an hour. But still, you're harvesting cotton at 50 meters at 20 miles an hour. Think of how insane that is. That's insane. We move over to this guy. The Sugarcane one is, I think, probably one of my favorite benefits to this pack here. Open you to unfold the tool. There we go. It's unfolding. Oh, the header. Is the header not unfolded? Let's unfold that. There we go. All right. The Sugarcane is one of my favorites because Sugarcane is the worst crop. And you can see my crop guides down there at the end. A little bit hard to see. But we are harvesting Sugarcane at an enormously fast rate. We can probably get this rear trailer filled up. Actually, it would take us a long time actually to fill that because it holds 5 million liters. We could probably get it to, up to, I should probably lower the cruise control speed here. I bet we could get it, full pretty quick, but it would still take a while because of how much capacity it has. There we go, I can set the cruise control now to lock us there, so we're actually filling it up. But yeah, you can see, this is absolutely insane. Massive Sugarcane field, and I didn't plant these fields, obviously. I cheated this stuff in with this, oops, I can't, it's not available in there, but the crop menu that's built into the dev controls for the game. But this thing's absolutely insane. If you wanted to do Sugarcane, this is the way to do it right here. Man, oh man. And yeah, obviously if you don't like unrealistic things, this is just not your pack. Just gonna be honest with you. It's just not, that's not the pack for you, which is okay. Yeah, we're already almost to 1 million liters of Sugarcane. And there it is, over 1 million, which is absolutely insane. But let's talk about some of the grass work here. Let's try to do a little bit of mowing. I own a little bit of land here. Let's see if we can mow a little bit. We actually could make, how's actually our worker doing too? Let's see, he's, yep, almost made its way all the way around the field. We're actually going to make this a grass field real quick. I'm just going to get him off of there just because I think that'll be easier than using the stuff on the side. So let's make this a grass field real quick just to kind of demonstrate some of the mowing equipment. Okay, let's do this. Field options. Let's do grass. Harvest ready. That's all fine there. Okay. And let's get this mower out and on that field and try it out. Now this is one I haven't used a lot of. I didn't use the... It's just ridiculous. Oh my goodness, that's insane. The game is just struggling to keep up with it. The mower's doing great. I missed the little pieces here and there, but overall the mower is just absolutely killing it. You have the crop guides out there, a little hard to see on the mower, but this is keeping up pretty good. Even on the corners, it's only missing little bits here and there. Oh gosh. It's just overall a fun pack, really. And you can see I wasn't even using it to its full potential there, but yep, just a fun pack. Just a fun pack. Alright, let's leave that right there. Let's go ahead and grab our baler, because the baler should have a 50-meter pickup width. Okay. Off we go. It's going to start cooking out bales rapidly. You can see down there in the corner, it's ridiculous how fast this thing is spitting bales out. It's actually doing pretty good at not missing anything. It only goes at 19 miles an hour, but still with that, it's, I think if it went faster, I don't think it could spit bales out quick enough, to be honest. I still don't think it's spitting them out fast enough. It's trying to keep up back there. That's insane. Absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go back. Let's go grab the bale wrapper, because I'm curious how fast that's going to wrap. I've never used that one before in the packs. That's kind of the one I think I might be almost the most excited about, because the rest of this isn't super new to me. I've used a lot of this stuff before, but let's go and try that one out. But yeah, it's a great pack. Even if you don't want to do anything super unrealistic, you just want a little bit of a boost, you can use the less realistic side of it, or you can use the more realistic side, the less unrealistic side of it, and it's still super cool. All right, let's get that unfolded. Let's turn that on. Actually, I don't think you have to turn it on, do you? Just unfold it, I believe. Yep, just like that. Wraps them super quick for you. I love that the animation still is there. But yeah, you could just go out and you can just be... You could silage this field really quick, get a bunch of bales off of it. There we go, if I can get one. Absolutely unbelievable. Just a crazy pack. But, yeah. If you want to do some unrealistic farming or just have a little bit of fun, this is the pack for you. I can't drive anymore, but that's fine. See if I can get one more here. There we go. But anyhow, that's what I got for you guys. Just wanted to show off that pack, give you a little bit of help on how to use it, get you into it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.